Welcome to episode 6. Wow. 2019 OCFOA Plays of the Week. Hey, I've got a lot of new subscribers in the last 6 months, and I realize I really have never introduced myself. I know I say I'm Mark Andrews, but just by way of background, I am the instructional chairman for Orange County Football Officials Association here in Orange County, California. And I'm on a varsity crew, and I'm a head linesman. And really enjoy making these videos. Let's get to it. All right, guys. I have a philosophy that I don't like to show plays where the judgment isn't pretty clear, almost crystal clear. And that is not the case on this play. And I'm showing it to you more as a situational type of discussion. I'd like you guys to discuss this type of situation among your crewmates. Let's take a look at this play. This is the opening kickoff of the very first game of the season between two nationally ranked teams. The team in red is Mater Dei. I believe they were number 1 at this time. I think they're still number 1 in the country. And the team in gray is Corona Centennial, a powerhouse in Southern California every year. And I think they were in the top 10 at the beginning of the season. Let's take a look at this play. Now, remember, this is the opening kickoff. And check this out. This is a cameraman here. And my first thought was, what is that guy doing on the field? But it turns out it's Fox Sports, and CIF said they could do this. So, as long as we're notified ahead of time, this is okay. I don't like it, but it's okay. So here we go. Watch this guy. He follows the kicker right up to the ball. It's pretty funny. And then he's gone. Whoop, 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 whoop. Feet don't fail me now. All right. So we got a run back. Now, it's a good run back. And watch what happens here. This player is contacted. He's driven towards the sideline. He's basically giving himself up right there. But the Mater Dei player is going to hit him hard and drive him into the sideline. Now, how do we judge this? How do we officiate this play? Was that a foul? Is it unnecessary roughness? Do we want an unnecessary roughness call on the first play of a big game? Remember, these guys are pumped, right? I'm not making excuses for them, but I'm saying, situational awareness is really important here. So watch what happens next. This player is going to tap him on the helmet. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He gives him a little pat there. Does that rise to the level of a foul? If you watch the reaction by the player, he's not happy about it. Look at that. He's not happy. So, again, I'm not judging. I would support a flag here. I would support a talking to. Okay, you guys decide how you'd handle it. So here we see the cameraman again. This just cracks me up. Okay. So the receiver takes it to his right, fakes a handoff, and he's off to the races. We're going to get a better look at the contact here. Watch it in slow motion. See, he's giving himself up. Boom. Gets driven, and he gets driven out. I mean, that's, he's getting hit hard and into the opponent's bench. So, again, judgment. What do we do on this play? Another aspect of this, look at this. A sideline interference in the very first play. Do we call it, or do we just remind them to get out of that restricted area? Again, I'm fine with however you want to handle this. Now, what I don't like is this official appears to be moving towards the center of the field rather than coming in here. He should be busting into there, recognizing that that hit could cause some problems, right? We've got an official coming in. That's great. But, he needs to turn and get in there. All right, let's move on. All right, this one's going to be real quick. Just a heads up, a lot of these plays that you're going to see today were sent to me by another official who had broken down a bunch of game film, and I think he did a really good job. The comments that you see on the video, for the most part, are his. So this play is real simple. We've got 12 men on the field, and there's no flag. And I don't know if it wasn't seen, or if we're just passing on it because it doesn't, quote unquote, have an impact, no advantage gain, that sort of thing. Guys, call this every time. Why? because if we don't call it, everyone in the stands and sidelines knows that this player was not off the field when the ball was snapped. And if we don't call it, we looked inept. It looks like we missed it. We don't need to start, we don't need to have that tag on ourselves that we couldn't even get a foul like this, all right? It's a violation of the rule. Get the foul. All right, let's move on. All right, a little quiz time here. Let's take a look at this play. Review this play a couple of times and, let me know what you got here. If you're with your crew, to discuss this. Obviously, the back judge is signaling we got a touchback. Let's look at it again in slow motion. So we've got an interception by the defense. Possesses the ball in the field of play, crosses his goal line, the ball becomes dead. What is that? Is it a touchback? Is it a safety? Is it something else? Let's take a look at the rule. So the rule that applies here is Rule 8, Section 5, Article 2, and it is the rule with regards to a safety. It defines a safety as it is a safety when a runner, and this player became a runner once he possessed that ball, carries the ball from the field of play to or across his own goal line, and it becomes dead there in his team's possession. That describes exactly what happened on this play. So, by rule, we have a safety. But there is an exception. This is known as the momentum exception. And this exception covers any change of possession inside the 5-yard line and also kicks that are received between the goal line and the 5-yard line of R. So there's a lot here in these few sentences. Basically, it says when a defensive player intercepts an opponent's forward pass, intercepts or recovers an opponent's fumble or backward pass. I'm going to skip the kick part here. And his original momentum carries him into the end zone where the ball remains in the end zone and is declared dead in the end zone in his team's possession, or it goes out of bounds in the end zone. Whew. Okay, basically what it's saying is a fumble, backward pass, intercepted forward pass, caught, as a change of possession, and the momentum of the player that caught the ball takes him into the end zone where the ball is declared dead. That ball belongs to the team in possession at the spot where the pass or fumble was intercepted or recovered. All right, let's go back to the play. So hopefully y'all have this now. So that ball is possessed. He's got possession. Foot down. Dead in the end zone. Okay, this should be B's ball on about the 2-yard line. It's not a touchback. All right, I know that's a complicated rule. If you don't understand it, please, discuss it with me if you're in my association or one of your crew chief, whatever it might be. But you need to understand this rule. All right, let's move on. Okay, I'm going to see a little problem with the crew I'm on. That's me right there. I'm just going to let this run so you can, get an idea of what happens here. So we've got a scrimmage kick, right? Watch these guys right here. So you can see the back judge is ruling that that it's K's ball. So in slow motion, watch what happens here. This is the player that's going to contact the ball with his foot. He gets pushed from behind. He slips, makes contact. So what does the rule book say about this? It says any K player may catch or recover a scrimmage kick while it's beyond the neutral zone or the expanded neutral zone, provided such kick has been touched by a receiver who is clearly beyond the neutral zone at the time of touching. So that's what we had, right? but such touching is ignored if it's caused by K pushing or blocking R into contact with the ball. So we should have ignored this. As soon as K possesses that ball, it's first touching by K. This should be R's ball right there on about the 19-yard line. All right, let's move on. All right, we're going to talk a little game management here. We also have an issue with a penalty enforcement on this particular play, but we're going to see a series of plays here where the offense is either in an illegal formation or we have ineligibles downfield and no one is taking care of business here. So, you know, I'm not sure why this occurred, but it does. And so we've got 5 in the backfield. If you judge one of these receivers on, then they cannot go downfield legally if a forward pass is thrown beyond the line of scrimmage, right? So we got a problem. This particular play is a run, and so we can't have ineligibles downfield. But we are going to get a hold right there. And it's pretty obvious. I mean, watch this, a tackle. The problem is that the flag is down at the 39. That hold occurs at about the 31. So there's an 8-yard difference here. And the nobody picks this up. Nobody changes the position of the flag. So instead of 2nd and 9, which is what it should be, enforced from the 31, we've got a 2nd and 2. Not good. Let's take a look at the next play. So we have the exact same formation. We've got 3 in the backfield here and trips to the right this time. They've just flipped it. And you can see it's 2nd and 2, so we got the enforcement incorrect on that. And on this time, going to have a pass. All those 3 receivers went out, pass downfield, we got to catch. We should have ineligibles downfield. If we're not going to rule there's a formation issue here, then we've got IDP. No flag is thrown. All right. Same thing again. This is the 3rd consecutive play they've run this formation, and we're not cleaning up. So, and this coach is kind of, you can see he's telling the guy, hey, this isn't right. And so, how do we deal with this? One of the ways we can deal with it is for the flank official on the sideline of the team that's doing this nonsense to ask the coach, who in this formation is eligible? Because I'm having a real hard time here. You know, I don't understand this formation. Get him to cop to the fact that this is wrong, okay, and clean it up. And I think you'll see in subsequent plays that the tackles start to drift back. They're in no man's land. So these formations are horrible, and we've got to clean them up. All right? I think we've got to pass. Yeah, okay, so 5 in the backfield. Got another pass downfield, beyond the line of scrimmage. Yeah, either a foul for IDP or 5 in the backfield. Now, this team did this 8 of the first 9 plays, and we never got it. Okay, so clean this stuff up, guys. All right, let's move on. All right, some of you in Orange County have already seen this play. I'm going to show you 2 plays where a defenseless player is hit very hard needlessly. So let's take a look at this play. Like I said, if you're in Orange County, you've already seen this in our huddle playlist. So the quarterback has the ball. He actually runs into his own guy right there. Watch the actions by the defender. He leads with the helmet. Now we're going to lose sight of this because 55 there is going to block it. But I guarantee you there was either shoulder to helmet contact there or helmet to helmet contact there. And we're not going to let this happen. This guy is stopped. He stood up. He's not going to get punished this way for being in that position. I'm going to show you a better example right now. Okay, here's another example of a of excessive contact on a defenseless player. And remember, you know, in 232.16, when we talk about defenseless players, one of the examples that's given is a runner already in the grasp of a tackler and whose forward progress has been stopped. You can make an argument on that previous play that his forward progress wasn't stopped, but he still can't be targeted. Okay, this one's probably targeting as well. Take a look at this receiver though. Before he false starts and we don't get a flag. I don't know how the heck we missed this. Where's the flag? All right, back to what we're talking about. All right, this player here is going to come in and punish this runner. Watch this. Boom. And we get a flag there by the umpire. Great job. Let's take a look at this from the end zone. It's much more dramatic. I wish we had this angle on that previous play because I think it would really stand out. Okay, watch number 9 here. His forward progress is stopped right there. Watch the blow by 9. That is to the side of the head. That's targeting. It's definitely excessive contact on defenseless receiver. If you're not sure if it's targeting, fine. Don't call it targeting. Call it a personal foul for excessive contact on a defenseless player. But let's get this. This is ridiculous. Okay, there's no way we let this happen, right? All right, let's move on. All right, there's a lot to talk about on this play, and it's not just the officiating, it's optics, it's rule enforcement. There's a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to try to get through it all without screwing up, but if I stumble and bumble a little bit, excuse me. All right, let's just take a look at the play first. Got a scrimmage kick, obviously. Okay. So we had 2 flags on the play. Officials continue to officiate, which is great. Let's go back and take a look at the contact. Okay, so this player right here is the one that's going to make the contact. Watch him. All right. So that is targeting, right? We've got 2 flags. Boom. All right. Now, watch the back judge's flag. I'm going to change this to an arrow. So watch the back judge's flag and watch the line judge flag. They're 10 yards apart, right? And the back judge tosses his high, and this is a potentially a spot foul, right? So let's take a look at where the foul actually occurs. It occurs on the 50, right there, maybe the 49. But the line judge's flag is definitely the one to go off of here. I think you got it perfect. So you can see the back judge's flag lands on the 40-yard line. So now we've got all kinds of action here with the crew getting together, which I like. Referee brings them together. What do we got? Now, yes, this is targeting, right? But what else is it? It's kick-catch interference. And remember, KCI has special enforcement rules. So, this needs to be presented properly to the teams as to what kind of foul this is. And this is the first mistake that's made here. This is reported as targeting simply, no KCI. Okay. Now they get back together and talk for a while, and you're probably wondering, well, what are they talking about? And now he comes back and reports the same foul again, and now we have an ejection. Okay, So that could have been done better, but I get it. You know, we don't get a lot of ejections. So we've got an ejection. Now, that flag thrown by the back judge is right there, and it's never been moved. He never came back and moved the flag. I don't know if he lost track of where the foul occurred, or just in the the confusion of the moment forgot about it. But you can see they're guarding that flag. It's the wrong spot. And here comes the line judge with the ball. I'm not sure what he's doing. The referee's going to go over and talk to the coach. Now watch what the line judge does. He picks up his flag. Now he's forgotten where the foul occurred. And so, lots and lots of talking here, and we got the spot wrong. If we go to the next play, you can see that the ball is now on the 45. They enforced it from the 40, not from the foul occurred right here. We should be down here for the foul, and the option should have been given to the receiving team to re-kick, and all the KCI options that you have. It's an awarded fair catch with succeeding spot enforcement, and I think they got it partially right, but obviously they got the enforcement spot wrong. And I am not overly critical of this crew. This kind of thing, when it happens, it's easy to forget what initially happened, right? I don't understand why that line judge picked up his flag. He was spot on, and I'm guessing the flagrant foul discussion distracted them. So if you're on a crew right now watching this, discuss this type of play, how you're going to handle it, how you're going to break it down, how you're going to report it. And referees, you need to get all that information together and basically report it once, right? All right, let's move on. All right, I'm going to end it right here. Guys, I've got a whole bunch more plays, just waiting for me to, get these things together. I promise you I will get this next one out sooner than this one came out. Hey, it's October. It's Cancer Awareness Month. You're probably wearing pink. If you'd like to help us with our effort to support the Jimmy V Foundation, please click on the link below and let's blow the whistle on cancer. If you like these videos and you want to be notified when they're released, just click on my picture in the top right there, and then click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you have missed any of the previous plays of the week, just click on the link in the upper left. This is Mark Andrews signing off.